Hello and welcome to Kit and Bits Gaming. I am Rachel.
And I'm Michaela.
And today we're going to be playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And I'm quite literally the most excited.
This is a fun game. I didn't play through all of it, but what I played was a lot of fun.
So I have played through all of it. So I have played the game already. And I'm a big Ratchet and Clank fan in general. So, like, I have been playing Ratchet and Clank, like, originally on the PS2, because I'm old. And then still on the PS2 because, you know, PlayStation's not super great at backwards compatibility with stuff. So I have, like, all the original old games that have been gifted to me. And so I have played through all of them on the other older consoles. And honestly, I loved the remake of the first one. It was so good.
That one was good.
For the
that
PS4.
Really good.
But this came out right now in 2021, so we are going to play through it because it's one of my favorite games of 2021. Yeah. So we are going to start playing through it, and away we go.
Whoop, whoop.
We're not going to talk about that.
No, doesn't happen.
It never happened. So we're going to go with Rebel Agent, and then
make sure you turn on the subtitles.
We're going to turn on subtitles. So spoiler alert, friends, we started to play through and subtitles were not, like, basically we just fucked up everything.
It's fine. It didn't exist.
It never happened.
It's fine. See? We're
brand
professionals at this.
Clearly.
We're professionals. It's fine.
We're the bees.
We got this.
We're the bees. I feel like we should be quiet. Yeah?
Sure. Watch the beautiful sequence.
Enjoy the cutscene.
Members of the Resistance, report to your nearest intake facility immediately.
As I choke on water in the background.
Solid.
I'm okay.
You're okay? You're okay.
I'm okay.
Report to the VIP section, nearest intake facility for compulsory behavioral modification. It will be fun.
It will be fun.
Oh, so cute.
She's so cute. So cute. Can't remember if they say her name in the beginning. We're about to find out.
Your suit seems to be working nicely. Blending right in.
Also, guys, spoiler alert, we can't be quiet because we don't know how.
Yeah.
Here is the assistant, and there is the infobot.
But we're trying for you. I love just, like, the pull of the...
Masterful work. Now get out of there and decrypt that thing.
Where is the infobot?
I don't have... Don't do that. I just heard you go... in the most gremlin-like voice, and I'm just sitting here thinking, no, Michaela. Do not tell people I have... I don't have...
Oh, your ship is up ahead.
My cousin is...
Where are you going?
He's not having a good time. He went to a Christmas party, like, last Saturday, and he is, like, symptomatic now. Like, he tested positive, I think, on Tuesday.
Okay.
But he's just gonna be out of quarantine at Christmas, like, on Christmas Eve. So he's gonna come to, like, Christmas Day with us, and he's just gonna be, like, dying in the corner. I'm just gonna give him alcohol and hope and pray that he feels good about his life.
Hopefully he has a smooth recovery.
It's okay.
Honestly, I hope so.
Just
She's so damn cute.
She's so cute.
Rivet?
Oh, I love her name too.
Gotta go. Here, it'll help you get home.
I will say,
To be one size fits all.
Rivet
so
is
sure
adorable.
thank you.
She is so fucking adorable.
Look at her. She cute.
I love that, like, they spent so much time modeling her tail to have a suit. I fucking love it.
I know. I do like the body armored-esque looking suit that you would see on, like, a belly of a dragon that's, like, on her tail. I love that so much for her. She's so stinking cute.
Oh,
Ow.
good old.
Don't you think it's weird to throw
Good
a
old
celebration for us?
Get on, Ratchet. Get
We
on,
haven't done anything
Ratchet.
heroic in
A little bit more polished
years.
than he's been in previous generations.
What do you mean you didn't like big old boxy Ratchet from, like, the PS2 era?
We will not need to perform any heroics. Unless you count
No.
smiling and waving.
Smiling and waving. Smile and wave,
Right.
boys. Smile and wave. Does anybody else think of Madagascar when they Hear that
I
phrase?
forgot that was a thing.
Madagascar?
Yeah.
That's on me working with children for 9 plus years.
Like I know I watched them, but did not retain any memory of it. Yes, Chris Rock.
Yeah, Chris Rock was in it. And so was Ross
Who's
from
he,
Friends. Who? Ross from Friends? Controversial hot take. Oops. No. I'm about to say Friends wasn't that great.
I only watched spare episodes. I was never really a sitcom person. I mean, if you want to talk about Wings or what was the other one? I was thinking about Family Wings. Wings? You never watched Wings? And then Cheers. Never
Cheers
watched
is
Friends
such a
though.
classic. I've watched episodes of Friends. And like I grew up on Friends because that was like when you and I grew up, like when we were kids.
But it's like still a really popular thing.
It is, and you know what?
Route.
I hate it. It's not that I hate Friends. I shouldn't say that. It's just that like I don't know. Like I think because I'm such a big Office and Parks and Rec fan that I'm like, but this is funnier. Oh, it's so worth it. Party cannon. Sorry.
Delightful.
Party cannon. All right. I'm not a party cannon, by the way. Is that
That
wrong?
would be fun.
Is that wrong?
Even just a party popper would be enough.
Ooh, a party popper for every
And
little
please
celebration moment.
pop it at the wrong time.
Always.
Like, worst time ever, man.
You have cancer.
It's just like, you have to.
I mean, you gotta make the sad moments fun with a party popper. Am I selling party poppers now? Should I become a salesman for party popper?
A salesman.
A salesman?
Salesman for party poppers.
No. Oh, but back to Friends. Yeah, so, no, I've never... but no, I've never been like a... I don't know. I've liked Friends, and there are funny episodes of Friends. Like, I love the pivot episode where, like, they're trying to get the couch out of the... area. And like they're pivoting it up the I did this. They're give me the ammo.
Just give me it.
Just
I already
give me
know
it.
what to do. Give me it.
I know what I'm doing.
That's a bomb, right?
Yeah. But I'm gonna quote it.
Don't hit it with your face though.
Why not? I don't really know what negative thing would happen.
You
if I
really
did
had
it.
something with his, you had something against his foot.
Specifically his right foot.
Yeah, just
Fuck your foot.
fuck his foot. Fuck your foot.
Fuck your foot, man. Oh my god. Which have I ever told you about my brother's joke with his fiance about his fiance has diabetes. And we have made this joke for years that she has to pick her favorite foot just in case she loses. And she better not hope it's her favorite foot.
This is not about your We must get to the front of the parade route.
Have I ever told you
No,
that?
no. Did she decide what her favorite foot was?
Yeah, but I don't know if I should share it.
But no, don't share it. I'm just glad that she has
She has a
chosen
favorite,
her favorite foot.
She has a favorite foot. And I don't think she's ever told my brother that she has a favorite foot because, like, she doesn't want him to tease. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Well, friends, we're going to pause and we're going to figure out what the hell's going on.
Come on, let's
Okay.
Okay, folks.
We're back.
We're back. We don't know what happened.
All right. I guess
I don't
I
really
just
know.
didn't like the combination of the walking and the command.
Bet
It
the
was-
vlogs are
all
behind
right.
this.
Yeah. We restarted it like a couple times and it seems to, like, for whatever reason, just dislike what we were doing and how we were doing it. So it's fine. But we're back. Yay. How aggressive. But yeah, no, back to the story of the foot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad she's chosen a favorite foot.
She's very good.
I've never really associated like favoritism to limbs.
Well, the joke is like, the joke is with diabetics is like oftentimes they lose like feet if they're like not good diabetics essentially.
Right.
And usually it starts with a foot and then it's like or it starts with a toe and then it's a foot and then it's like another toe. And so the joke with her over the years is that she's gonna be an old bad diabetic one day and lose her foot.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's more with type 2 diabetes anyway, and she's a type 2 diabetic.
Yeah, no, that's what my my uncle kind of did to scare my grandmother.
How'd that work out?
So, like, she I think she's had diabetes for at least half of her life, and she never took her insulin, or she never took her medication. And I guess when my uncle and mom were visiting her, he made a comment of like, oh, hey, well, you know, stop taking this and just, you know, figure out which limb you want to lose first. And
Oh my god!
it seemed to just stick in her head after that. She apparently called him after, like, hey, you know, I'm taking my medication now because of your comment.
Good.
Good old scare of you, lose a limb.
Fuck your limb. Oh my god, that's so funny. I'm so glad that that stuck in your grandma's head. Of all the things to stick in someone's head, though, is like the threat of losing a limb.
Well, I mean, it seems pretty significant, right?
Well, yeah.
You'd think it wouldn't come down to that, but I'm also not a person who's ever had to deal with diabetes, so I guess I can't really say what it's...
No, it's really, as like, so I'm in healthcare, as like, that's my day job. And so, oh no. So, I'm in healthcare, so that's my day job. As I was saying before, I rudely fell off the platform. And so specifically, I work in physical therapy. And so, like, I do a lot of education actually with some of my diabetics on the importance of taking their insulin, because it really is like a big deal.
Right.
And like, you may not think that, and like, I work with the elderly, so like, even better on why I talk about this, because like, type 2 diabetes is usually developed later in life. Like, it's not something that you develop young or like in your early adulthood like type 1 is. Now, you can, I think I've heard of cases like where you can get type 2 later. It's just not nearly as common.
I was gonna say, I know of one person that actually happens
Where they develop type 1 later?
Yeah. But luckily he's a smart dude and he was able to readjust his I legit
life.
thought you fell off the platform again. But he was able to like reevaluate and he's doing fine.
Oh, that's good.
So,
But yeah, I mean, it happens. Like, people can get diagnosed later in life for stuff. The reason why is like type 1 is an autoimmune reaction, where like
Right.
type 2 is usually because of a diet.
you
or
overweight, bitch.
you're
You're fat.
fat.
You haven't been taking care of
You
yourself.
haven't been taking care of yourself. And so it's just like poor diet, lack of exercise, and stuff like that. And so, like, most commonly with type 2, it's people lose like a limb or lose a toe or lose something because they don't understand, because it's such a drastic change in life. And like, it's such a drastic change in lifestyle that you need to now be aware of. And they've lived their life, especially when you're like 70 and getting diagnosed with diabetes. Like, you have lived your whole life one way, and now to be told that you have to monitor your freaking sugars, it's not easy.
Right.
It's not easy. So that's why it's more common with like the older population, 1, to get type 2 diabetes, and 2, because it's more common for them to lose a limb because of their reaction to like a lifestyle change.
Lifestyle change is hard. Change is hard. Especially when it comes to diet.
And exercise? Yeah, we should know.
Oh,
Earlier,
I mean, just take a look at all of America.
or my workout bitch alarm.
Like, we be overweight on average, boo.
What is the average size of a human in the Americas?
I think the average is like 23 to 24 BMI. I mean, It's not
BMI sucks.
awful, but it's not great considering what we're supposed to be at 18. And then it's like 15 for
I
guys.
think so.
Yeah. Scale's fucked. I mean, the BMI scaling's fucked up,
Oh,
but
it's
also
the worst. Because, like, I'm going to tell you something right now. It's like, you can get, like, an NFL star in there,
oh right,
and, like, their BMI could, like, read them as obese. And they're
Right.
obviously not. Like, you could get, like...
the quintessential like
Oh my God.
was it the Wii board or the Wii Fitness where
Wii Fitness. Fucking
you could have
Fitness.
a weight builder or a heavyweight person who just looks fat because they simply have more gains than
Yeah.
due to their height.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, that's a thing that can happen with BMI. And that's why the BMI system actually, like, sucks. And I personally, as, like, a healthcare provider, hate the BMI system. Because it truly is, like, a system that, like, is, like, subjective. It's just like, yeah, that dude is definitely, like, 300 pounds, but, like, also, like, he's a bodybuilder. So, yes, no shit, he's gonna be 300 pounds. And, like, no shit, his BMI is gonna say he's obese.
Maybe the BMI just comes like with an unsaid someone needs to look at you like, oh, this person's 30. What going? Oh, they have more muscle.
They're a power lifter. I think so. Like, I think doctors, like, look at the BMI and they're just like, unless it's, like, an actual problem, they really don't. Like, it's such a stupid thing.
Unless
I should have known that
'cause
fairies would try
your
something like
girl
this.
is not
Don't beat
exactly,
yourself up.
prime and
Just
fit.
like old times.
When I was struggling to get a vaccine,
Go.
I tried to see if I could classify as being overweight to expedite the potential of me getting it. Because I was on like the lowest rung to
Really?
get the vaccine.
Really?
Yeah. But it's all good. So I could benefit in that, I guess.
That's so funny. So did you get it expedited or no?
No.
No. I was gonna say, did you just hold your poop in that day and just like, oh, add 3 pounds? Just like get in the overweight category? Oh my god, I did not know you were trying to do that. That's so
Well, it
funny.
was difficult to get one for me. Like it was really difficult, and obviously I was able to get it when they released it.
I was
That
not.
universal date for everyone over 18. But yeah, I could not get into location because I don't work in the medical field, and I don't work in I don't work for a company that's exactly. What do you call it? Customer facing, or it's not retail. So
Yeah, so like you weren't. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, fun fact about me is I do work in healthcare and I could not get the vaccine right away, but I'm a special person.
yeah, I was gonna. You're a special girl.
Should I tell the story? I feel like I should tell the viewers the story. Eh?
Yeah, might as well.
So since we're talking about it, so a fun fact for all y'all, I actually cannot get vaccines. And the reason why is actually I have a very awful, very rare autoimmune disorder that I was diagnosed with when I was 3 years old. And I went through chemotherapy extensively and extensive steroids. If anybody out there actually has the autoimmune disorder, it's called Henoch-Schönlein-Purpura, or HSP for short, because who wants to say German?
It legit just sounded like you spoke
German? Well, it was a German doctor who founded it,
Yeah.
so therefore...
I mean, yeah. You said words and I heard them, but they didn't stick at all.
Yeah. So it's a relatively rare autoimmune disorder, and like kids get diagnosed with it. Isn't it gonna let me buy it this time?
Yay!
So it's a pretty rare autoimmune disorder, and like most kids when they get diagnosed with it, they don't get past what's like the purpura stage. And like you guys can look up what purpura is if you're really that interested. But essentially, like it looks like bruising. And it's like only located specifically on like the back of your body. So like the back of your legs or the back of your
Bruising
arms.
from what?
It's not bruising, it's your blood vessels breaking at the top of your skin.
Oh, dope.
So, but it looks like bruises. It's not bruising, but that's what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, You can pop. I've popped a vessel before, like with slamming my hand or pinching
Yes.
something, and
Yes.
it looked like a bruise. So yeah, but it's interesting that it would just.
Yeah. Yeah, so usually when kids get diagnosed, they get diagnosed in that stage, and usually it doesn't like progress. Like it never actually gets to the point where I am, which is where the disorder actually becomes rare. So like it actually physically got into my kidneys. So like that, when the blood vessels pop at the top, it actually causes like a really bad scarring. So it's called vasculitis, and it caused like this like surface level like scarring. And like I call the scars because they're all over my body. They're like on my face, on my legs, on my arms, like on my back. You can see them everywhere. Some of them are pretty small, and there's a couple that are pretty large. And Michaela's seen it. Specifically the two on my legs. Yeah. And they look almost like a sunflower, as I like to say it. But that is like a scar that can happen all over your kidneys, and that's where this gets dangerous. So it sends you into essentially kidney failure.
Pointing it at one of them.
Because your kidneys can't function any longer. Because they're just like, what the fuck? Like, we don't know how to function because we are scarred.
Yeah.
So, like, the fear for me and why I had such an aggressive treatment when I was little is because it's just like, well, we can either do this because there's no cure for my autoimmune disease.
They just pretty much
Currently.
do the test, right?
Yeah. Well, it's really hard to test for, and it's really hard to diagnose. Of course it is, like most autoimmunes.
Yeah.
How much nefarious is
So because of that, since it's so hard to do all that stuff for, it makes it, of course, rare. And like it also makes it so when I first got to the hospital when I was like 3 years old, made it very difficult for them to like not. They initially I think diagnosed me with sepsis, which is like a horrible like when your whole body is infected with like bacteria.
That's
Because they couldn't figure out what that. Oh, I need help.
yeah.
So bad.
There you go. Maybe if you get close enough, you'll get it.
Maybe. So originally, like I was saying, when I went in, they actually diagnosed me with sepsis because my whole body was kind of like shutting down. And my mom actually told me recently, because like this whole vaccine stuff, like with getting the vaccine, because like in healthcare, if you're not in healthcare, you might not know, but a lot of us were being told, get the vaccine or get out, essentially. And like some places were nicer than others, and other states were nicer than others, and
Then there's New York, like
New
nah,
York. New York was like, nah, man, if you don't get the vaccine, you're fucking dead to me.
you out.
You out, bitch. Just like that dude into that portal. And so, like, some states, like I said, they were super nice. And luckily, because we live in the Midwest, thank God, like, my employers really worked with me. Because, like, I had to call, like, my kidney doctor from when I was little. Like, we had to find him and get a hold of him. And, like, I got a hold of him. We found him eventually. And so it was, like, months of trying to find people. And it was, like, doctor appointment after doctor appointment. And it was, like, is it safe? Which one is safe? Why isn't it safe? Like, which one could kill me?
Yeah. What is it gonna do to you?
Right, because the thing is with the vaccine, so what happens to me when I get vaccinated? So I have, like, one MMR shot, and, like, that's basically it. So I can't get the flu shot. I can't get anything. Otherwise, my body like flips out. And the reaction now as an adult it has is it actually to break me out in hives.
Sounds awful.
It's horrible. And so that's a really fun thing I get to deal with. So like when the vaccine first came out, I was like, well, shit, I need to wait because like they don't test vaccines like on autoimmune compromised human beings.
Well, no.
Because we're not a good control group.
They're so rare.
Right, we're not a good control group. Like, autoimmune people are not a good control group, so they do not test on us. Hardly at all. So, like, when this was coming out, I was just like, what the hell am I gonna do? So, after months of doctor's appointments... I missed boxes?
Yeah.
I did.
Boxes. Boxes.
I did.
Don't forget
my
the
God.
boxes.
I'm getting it. So basically, I run the risk every time I get a vaccine to have a really horrific reaction that's beyond like hives. And like that could be hospitalization, that could be literal death. So like because we don't know what could happen, because again, disease is rare, and because, you know, not well researched, again, because disease is rare, you know, I take a risk every time I get vaccinated.
Right.
Do I get vaccinated? Yes. Like when I am allowed to get
boxes.
boxes.
Miss the boxes.
Where the
They're right there.
boxes? Thank you. But did I take the risk and get vaccinated? For sure. For sure I did this time.
You did.
Well, I did because I didn't want to lose my job. That was like also part of the problem.
Hey, bro, I hear you. See,
But like, because we're not gonna get like too much into like vaccine stuff. This is just my story. If you're
That's
wondering,
okay. Whatever we talked about is probably demonetized anyway. Potentially.
not that we have any like monetization currently. What's in here?
Oh, I don't know.
Boxes.
Boxes.
I've never come in here.
There are boxes.
I think I've always just gotten on the little tether thing. Yeah, you're right. That probably was all demonetized. But fuck your autoimmune disorder, Rachel. It wasn't life traumatizing and shit like that. Like, you didn't suffer through chemotherapy and have short-term memory loss because of it. Fuck your feelings. Fuck your feelings. Fuck your feelings. But if you're wondering stuff about like vaccines and yada yada yada, we are not here to do that. We are just telling our stories. So if you are interested in or want to get a vaccine or want to learn more, talk to your doctor.
Talk to your doctor.
Talk to your doctor, man.
Not sure if you're going to be able to take it. Talk to your doctor.
You need to know, yeah, and because everybody should find out more. Like, that is your right as a human being to learn more and to be better educated about the vaccine and other stuff out there. Because, like, for sure you're right. Oh, I missed the bully up. Yes. 3 times.
3 times the charm. You'd get there.
I got there. I got there. Ayo. Ooh.
How did you manage?
I don't know.
Twice.
I don't know.
Twice you managed to miss his.
I don't know. But I did it. I'm being better at video games.
You're doing better.
I'm doing batters.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's been a hot second since I played a game. What was the last game I played?
I don't know. I've been bouncing between, so...
Yeah, what's the last game you played? Not about me and my bullshit.
The last one I've been playing is the King of Amalur. And
God.
not that I'm putting a lot of, like... It's just filling the void. There's just...
Void.
Like, there's just so much lore, so much talking, and I'm sure I'd really enjoy it if I paid attention. And I do enjoy the aspects I pick up, but for the most part, it's just like an RPG to just follow through. And then, oh, did it freeze again?
No, I ran out of bullets.
Oh, okay. Knowing our luck, I'd probably freeze again. And I've been trying to play Shining Pearl. Or Brilliant, whichever one it is.
Pokemon? The new
the
Pokemon? Pearl and what's the other one?
It's a Pearl and Diamond. I think it's those two. By the way, I'm playing one of them, and I'm just getting mad because it's surprisingly difficult compared to the other games, and difficult as in it's just not providing you a lot of opportunity to really establish a good team.
Really?
Without, like... You have to, there's like a specific route that you need to follow to get the badges. Oh no. But you can't just like level up Pokemon to OP them, or you can't just OP Pokemon because your ability to train Pokemon is dependent on how many badges you have. So let's say you have 3 badges, you have the ability to train Pokemon up to level 30. But if they exceed that, they won't listen to you anymore. So yeah, it's just this weird situation where it's more difficult than I'd like it to be. And
It honestly sounds challenging.
well, and the Pokemon they've offered me, they're not awesome. Like, I love Ponyta. Like,
Ponyta's the shit.
Right. But it's not a good fighting Pokemon.
No.
Like, it's not good.
No.
Or at least... the one I have is not great, and I don't want to waste hours upon hours trying to guesstimate a chain Pokemon catch to get higher stat Pokemon.
Who's your starter?
This one's like the Fire Monkey, Piplup, and...
Piplup!
I have Piplup. I have the Penguin.
Is that Piplup?
Yes.
Yes. I had to think.
Yes, and then the Grass Turtle. Shows how well I know Pokemon.
I was gonna say,
This is the one
I-
I'm like least knowing about. Like I had a general idea for the first generation and the second generation, and that's about it.
Ooh, I went right into that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, do your fuck.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's do his happy dance.
fuck his happy dance. I want to do a happy dance. Is this the third generation then, Pearl?
Third or fourth. I'm really not sure.
I am really bad
I'm
at.
sure someone in the comments will let us know.
Yeah, somebody let us know, please. Because I know look, man, I'm a '90s kid. We are '90s children, so that means we know the first and second generation super good.
The first generation, yeah. I mean,
Like-
can I name all 150?
No.
But I have a general idea of first gen.
No, I know I know first gen well enough that I would be. If someone showed me a picture of one, I would be able to tell you what it was. I feel like,
Today will be the last time.
you know.
Yeah, just when it comes after Gen 3, though, that's when you really lose me. The only knowledge base I really have of the games between generations 3 to I think X was 8 is I know that kids around me on the DS would play the game, so I'd take a look at it. Like I'd glance over the shoulder to see the design, but that's
would you?
as far as it would get.
Well, I genuinely think you have played way more Pokemon than I have.
Yeah, probably.
I die right now. I'm
Fine.
real mad.
Please don't. You're so close.
I know.
You're so close.
I know.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
God
Damn. Round
Son of a
2.
bitch.
Begin.
So
close. So
Oh
close. He just ate that laser
did?
beam to the face.
Shoot, we don't want to talk about it.
Various overdue.
We don't talk about it.
We must lower his defenses.
Oh, should we?
Should we Clank?
Should we Clank?
Tell me more.
Is that what we should do?
Is it LXX to avoid the laser? I didn't know.
Oh,
Boo,
yeah,
you
do your happy dance from
whore.
afar, you little dick.
Send the fucking toads in.
They're kind of cute,
They are
though.
kind of cute.
Actually, aren't those the same toads from Jack and Daxter?
Are they?
Like,
Wait.
they're not far off from the same design. 'Cause
That's
Jack
another
and-
game we should play.
Yeah, because Jack and Dexter, that's a game. That's
Is
like
that your
I
favorite game
enjoyed
from-
Ratchet and Clank, but Jack and Dexter was the series that I was
I was gonna
obsessed
say,
with.
you played so much of that game. I thought I played a lot of Jack and Daxter when we were young. I honestly think you.
That was the only
outplayed-
game I had for like a year and a half.
It is the only game you had for a year and a half.
My mom got me the PS2 when I was 11, and then
Yes.
so she got me 2 games with it. There was Jack and Daxter, and then Draken. And I broke the Draken game.
I remember that.
So I only had Jack and Daxter. So I just played that all summer long.
Oh my god.
I spent a lot of time playing that game.
You
I
did.
regret nothing.
You should regret nothing. You got real good at that game. You know what game, speaking of our childhood and games, that we should play that's for the PS2? What game did you accidentally buy?
Oh, Akage! Well,
Tell the story, please.
oh, Akage. Such a wild game. I love it though, so much. It's weird. If you haven't played it, it's definitely worth. It's a little rudimentary. It's a turn-based game, like the classic Final Fantasy games, but a little bit more rudimentary, a little bit more unforgiving in that it's very random. But it's so much fun. It's just I can't really explain it all in one. It's just a cute game about this cutesy little boy who's trying to save the world.
Not the game you meant to buy.
Oh, the Dragon?
No, the horror game.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, not Okage, because you did mean to buy Okage, but that's not what you bought.
Well, that wasn't mine. That was actually a gift from a...
Wait, the horror game is? I thought you bought that on accident.
No, got it. And they were trying to get... So, our close friend was trying to
Did not hit X.
was trying to get, like, I don't remember this series of...
Oh, that's right. They didn't buy it. They bought the wrong game.
Yeah.
That's right.
So they went and they got this game. They thought it was going to be like there was some sort of samurai game that came out. And they thought it was that because it came in that case. And actually what they got was Kuon. It was a unique horror game that came out in the 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Yeah, it's fucking fucked up.
It's very rudimentary. Let us know if you guys think we should play it, either like in the comments below or like give this video a like or something. Because honestly, so the premise of this game is like you play as like 3 different characters.
Do from the beginning, and then eventually after you beat the 2 quest lines, you get a 3rd character. But it's centered around a noble's, a lord's mansion, so his territory, and to hear that, like, basically they've had no communication with the lord, like it's gotten silent, and they're worried that he may be hurt or something. So you have these two, a group of spiritualists go in to figure out what's going on, and then the other characters, like the daughter, trying to figure out what's going on. And it's like a ghosty goo, demonic, sleeping in a coffin, and resurrecting as something different. If you've played the game, dope. You're probably as traumatized as we were if you played it when you were young. If you have not, it's definitely worth checking out.
Oh.
It's a wild ride.
It's a wild ride. Let us know if you guys think we should play it though, because like so we're bad at horror games. Like there is no bone in our bodies that's good at it. I did play Resident Evil Village this year. That was great. That is a great game. Not super horror-esque though. Like there are horror elements to it. And I'm not going to spoil too much because Michaela has not played it, and I definitely want her to play it. So I'm not going to say too much more. But if any of you have played Village, you know it's like horror-esque but more action-based. And but this game is like just true like Japanese horror, and so like the characters can't even run. Like you can't run.
You can, but it definitely it can be an issue. It can definitely lead to more fights and battles.
Oh,
so
it's so scary.
It's
the stupid monkeys.
That fucking monkey. Yeah, no, it's a blast. It really is. It's a game that we definitely wait a couple of years and replay it just for the sake of. It's a lot of fun. It's fucking terrifying.
We kind of revisit it every handful of years.
Yeah. We're like long enough to where we forget about the storyline or forget about what exactly we're supposed to do.
Oh, 100%. And then we play it and we decide that let's get scared today and let's do an all-nighter while playing it. And it's an awful choice every single time we do it. Yeah. But I think that's going to cap off our first episode with Ratchet and Clank.
So yeah, we've gotten through the tutorial, right?
Yeah. So we are through the tutorial. We are in the first like real like rifty area. So we are now out of like Ratchet and Clank's like per usual world. So that's episode 1. Come back for episode 2 and we will get a rolling and getting farther. We'll do, I want to try to do like maybe an area an episode.
That should work.
Lol. Let's see if that happens. But join us again with Kits and Bits Gaming. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Michaela.
Thank you again so much for watching, and we hope to see you guys in the next episode.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.